Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another game of Major League Wingspan here. We are halfway through the regular season now, so we've played 15 of our 30 games. We've got 12 wins and 3 losses, so definitely in a good position, but yeah, still a long way to go, still a lot of games to play. Hopefully we can keep getting the wins, and that's going to start in this next game here. So we're going first in this one. This is a conference game, so we're against someone else from our same conference. We're going to get a Raven, it seems, in the tray. I feel like I've had a lot of these in this tournament so far. Are we going to get anything to go with it here? In the starting hand, no, is the answer. Do at least have a couple of wetland birds, but yeah, not really the ones that I look for in Hinga Common Merganser. Not great brown powers, so may just be picking one of those. Probably the Inhinga, given the best of the Rango, because yeah, there wasn't really anything else in there. I mean, Rybill is going to be one that, you know, maybe I want to pick that up, but I need the extra nectar if I'm going to play an Inga. So see if the bonus card's going to help. Okay, well, large bird specialist, that's okay. We're definitely going to get something down there, but yeah, this might just have to be an Hinga and dig. That might be the play here. So just see what we can get and see if we can get something going, because like I say, I feel like I've had a lot of Ravens so far in this tournament, but it doesn't always necessarily translate into a great game. You kind of need the support, you need the card draw, you need some kind of engine to build around it, and yeah, not really got either of them here. I mean, something like Blythe's Hornbill, to be honest, is a little bit tempting. I mean, you could definitely do something like this, sort of queue up a nice play in the forest later on. I say that definitely is tempting. It's whether I really want the Inhinga for this less than a round goal or not. And I suppose there's a world where if I do go with the Merganser, I can spend the nectar and get the Rybill as well, which I don't know. I feel like that's not really one that's picked up too early anyway. So yeah, let's think about this. If I do keep the Hornbill, I would be one less food, so I would have to take food once this round. But to be honest, I might be spending food to reset this tray anyway, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with the Hinga, but I think I'm going to keep the Hornbill just as a nice option for later. And I'm just going to assume that we're going to find with a bit of digging another cavity nesting bird that we can use. And yeah, I think we will stick with large birds, which, to be fair, the Hornbill does hit as well. So let's lock that in. And yeah, as I say, we're going to be picking up that Raven, but it's all going to be about what we can find with a little bit of digging using this Inhinga, and hopefully, hopefully we can just find something to go with this Raven and build a nice grassland here. And alright, on to our first turn here. We'll see what our opponent's keeping. 3 birds over there, so maybe got some good stuff, but yeah, we're going to grab this Raven, as I say, and see where it's going to take us. But okay, pink-eared ducks come up. So I think, to be honest, it's a shame it doesn't quite hit large bird specialist. Just slightly off. But to be honest, that might be one I actually look at going for over the Inhinga, just purely for the card draw. Card access, which my opponent has got in abundance here. Okay, we've got Raven against Killdeer, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, I think we have to take this. I think we just have to take this. It is just, yeah, going to be so much better, but I don't know. I'm wondering if I can still play this Inhinga. I don't know if I'm just getting blinded by the centre round goal. I think I probably am. I think we've got to go for the card draw, so let's take this pink-eared duck. And yeah, as I say, we'll get that down. I think we just ignore the Inhinga, ignore the end of round goal. I need cards, and this is a good one. You're seeing 2 from the deck, and then, you know, you're keeping 1. You pick the best of the 2, give 1 away, but not too bothered about giving away cards over to a Killdeer here. And I can be selective and, yeah, hopefully give them some pretty terrible stuff. So, yeah, picking up the white start, that's not a surprise. Let's do this pink-eared duck, and I think we will... Yeah, I think we will go like that. So, 5 turns left this round. I think it's going to be probably 4 turns drawing and 1 turn taking food just to get ready for the Raven in round 2. And yeah, plop that down in the grasslands. I'd say, I mean, we're going to be seeing lots of cards here, so hopefully, you know, I'm looking for tucker draws, barn swallows, house finches, those sorts of birds, really good in the grasslands. I'm looking for big point birds, obviously, as well, so we'll see what we can do. And oh, okay, maybe we're not going to need to take food because we've got Anna's hummingbird coming into the game, so that's kind of fun. But okay, let's take some cards. I think I will grab this Rybill. We'll go and use, yeah, we'll use our pink-eared duck. And okay, I mean, I don't really want to give a blue throat over here and just let food spamming happen. So I think I'm going to have to give you the ibis, although it's going to help you maybe hit the center round goal. So, but so be it. Yeah, you can have that. And yeah, as I say, we just get one food off this hummingbird. I think that's fine. That will save us that turn. I think we just use the others for digging, for drawing cards, seeing what we can come up against. But Hummingbird's dangerous. Hummingbird up against Raven, throwing the food around, can sort of nullify it a little bit. But to be honest, I have quite a few Raven games where actually the 2 food you get isn't enough. Especially when you've got these nice, big, high food cost birds that you need to afford. You know, I'm only getting 2 food a turn. It's going to take a few turns to get the food for this, but Hummingbird, yeah, might be able to help out a little bit there. But that's very long term in this game. I think for now we've yeah, definitely got to focus a bit more on just, say, doing the digging and seeing what comes through. So I think I will keep the first food that comes through. I think I'll keep that, and then I think as soon as I start getting extras off the hummingbird, I think I will be throwing them to go and yeah, reset the shape. But okay, white starts going down as well, so not solely relying on hummingbird. We'll see how that plays out. Let's go and draw. Nice big point birds. Peregrine falcon's very nice. We like that for the grasslands. And okay, I mean, do I care about giving you this in a in a 2-player game? Probably not. I mean, Grey Goose, it is a large bird, so I think I probably want to keep that. So enjoy the Steph, and yeah, we'll see how this plays out. But I say, we sort of know we got to get some information based on the fact that we know what some of these cards are in hand. I think, as I say, we've probably got to watch out a little bit for... Probably the Ibis will go down for this end of round goal. Yeah, that looks like Ibis food to me. So, I don't know. I wonder, actually, if maybe this Hummingbird's not going to get used in a purely defensive manner here, where, you know, you don't want to help save the Raven player a turn. So, I think we will... Yeah, we'll draw cards once more here to see what we can get. If we can get anything good. Yes, we can. Okay, you can have this yellow throat. That's going to be of no use to you. So I think we've got a good mixture of stuff here. Definitely got some nice big point birds. This Woodstock's going to be great. I'm liking this falcon for the grassland. So yeah, we could definitely build something out there. We'll have to do a little bit more digging later on in the game, but I think it's always nice kind of going into round 2 and at least having something, at least just having something that you can work with. And yeah, I think it's safe to say we have got that here. So what's going on here? Oh no, it's Grebe going down. Okay. Even with the Killdeer going with the Wetland Brown power is definitely interesting. So we'll see if that's going to get used. Do some digging over here as well. But okay, I think for now, yeah, I mean, I think do we take food now, or do we take cards and spend the food? I'm just worried that as soon as I spend the food, this Hummingbird's going to get used. But to be honest, as soon as I take food, the Hummingbird's probably going to get used. So, sort of a catch-22. I think I'm going to take food now. Probably what's not going to get played. Oh, this Turkey Vulture's definitely not getting played. So you can go away. And yeah, we'll grab a little bit of food. And yeah, we might spend it on resetting the tray. But to be honest, I say with these high food cost birds, I want to keep a little bit of food just to help get these out a little bit more quickly going into round 2. But yeah, we'll see what the play is here. I suppose the green might just be to lay eggs on, but I don't know. I feel like if you're playing a bird to just lay eggs on it and not use the power, you want to go with something that's going to get more points. But okay, that's that Bruce Blackbird that's just come up with the tray. So I imagine you'll be grabbing that. But yeah, is that spending food as well? Yeah, you're spending food. Okay, clearly not satisfied with what the guild is getting. So I suppose that's reassuring. But yeah, obviously a bit concerning now that Bruce Blackbird is coming up. But yeah, this is going to give us some new cards to look at, which is definitely nice. So we'll see if that's going to flip up anything good for us to draw. Because yeah, Coromako, not really what I had in mind. But okay, White-throated Swift. I think, to be honest, we can go with that because we have got quite a lot of cards from our digging. And this Oyster Catcher is a little bit tempting as well. just for some more cards. I think I might take both of these. Because you're going to lay eggs on this last turn. So I suppose you will be able to pick up some stuff. But okay, yeah, let's take those and we'll see what we're going to get here. Okay, well, another nice big point bird. We'll give you the sapsucker. I think that's okay. But yeah, okay, I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a good position. We've got some good stuff. So I think, yeah, we can definitely set up this grasslands. I think we're going to go with the raven. To be honest, I might even play this blue throat just for the big points, even if I don't use the power. And then, yeah, falcon can easily go in swift. We can definitely build this out. And then, as I say, we've already got some really nice big point birds. I mean, lots of 7s, 8s, and 9s, which I think you want to see for sure. And yeah, this hornbill, I mean, we did pick up. Where have you gone? There we go. I mean, you've only got 2 spots, but we've at least got something with the cavity nest. So that's, yeah, always good to be able to sort of lean on that and use that later on in the game. So I'm going to block. Am I going to block a nectar? I might block a nectar here. Because to be honest, if I'm contemplating playing blue throat, then I suppose a berry's not the worst thing in the world. So we'll go with that. I mean, I could always just spend that on the raven anyway, to be honest. But yeah, I think that was a successful round 1. We're obviously a little bit behind on the scoreboard and and on the board development compared to my opponent, and I think we're gonna have to worry a little bit about this grasslands with, obviously, as we know, the bruised blackbird's going to come in. But yeah, it's all going to be about what we can do with our own grasslands. And yeah, hopefully get lots of nectar with this raven, spend lots of nectar on these big point birds, try and get some points there, and yeah, see what we can do about these end of round goals as well, but not necessarily going to be easy there. So yeah, do lose that end of round goal, but I think that's okay. Definitely no regrets playing that Pink Kid Duck, because that's found us some good stuff here. So into round 2, not a great tray. I say, imagine that you're going to be just trying to build out this grasslands really, really quickly. And indeed you are. So taking some food, we're going to go ahead and get this raven in the game. So I think probably it doesn't really matter what food we're going to spend. So let's go with that. Let's go with that. I think what we want to do probably first of all is actually play this swift. Because definitely the first few turns after using raven, it's a bit of a challenge sometimes, because you don't necessarily have loads of eggs. You're laying 2 eggs, you're spending 1 to get the food, and then you're spending another to play better the next turn. So this will actually help sort of accelerate things a little bit more quickly. So yeah, I think we'll do the swift. I think we can then look at doing the falcon for the nice brown power. And then yeah, this blue throat can go down as well, I think. That's definitely not a bad one. And yeah, we've got enough stuff that we can look to play, but enough tucking fodder as well, where we can just legs a few times, tuck on the swift, maybe play this oyster catcher at some point. I'll sort of see. I'll play that by ear. It might be useful for end of round goal 3 just to get another white and no power in there. But yeah, otherwise it's going to be getting some of these big point birds out. And I say, I think we should be okay on large birds. No guarantees, but yeah, with stuff like the sea eagle, Woodstock, of course, this frigate bird as well, we definitely have options. And on to our next turn of the game here. No surprises. Bruised Blackbird has gone down. So it's time for us to, yeah, lay our eggs. And 5 turns left. So I think this should be quite straightforward grasslands set up here. So we're just going to get this built out as quickly as possible. I think we should be able to get 4 birds in for this end of round goal. Obviously, my opponent got a lot of birds down as well, so may well be able to challenge there. May even be able to get to 5. We'll see what the plan is, which birds have come up that might want to be played. But yeah, we are going to get a little bit of help from this hummingbird, which I don't mind. And okay, so yeah, I think what we're going to do, as I say, we'll do this swift. I think that's sort of priority number 1 here. As I say, just to help get the extra eggs going in this grass. So let's go ahead and do just that. And yeah, I'm wondering even if maybe what we could do. I was going to say if we get another free food in, but we might not even need to. So what we could do is we could lay eggs here. If we throw a food, we're then going to end our turn with 3 eggs, which means we can actually play 2 birds back to back. So we can then do the the falcon and this blue throat, which I think is still worth playing. I think, you know, probably not going to use the brown power. I might do at some point in the game, but probably not going to. There's definitely some fun combos you can do with this Shrike here where you give out a worm and then immediately steal it back. That's quite entertaining, but I don't think that's the game for that here, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't think really giving out food to this board is what I want to be doing. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if this hummingbird is going to continue to get used. I imagine it will. But we'll just kind of focus on, yeah, using this Raven to get as much food as we can. That, as I say, is the priority here. And yeah, then it's just about thinking about where we're going to put these birds. So we've got lots of wetland birds. So probably something like this sea eagle's going to go in the forest. Oh, Major Mitchell's cockatoo. Okay, so we're now going to get another free food. We're going to get so much free food in this game. And you're now tucking 2. Okay. So tucking 2 and drawing 2, net 0 on the cards. But this is a strong grasslands being built out here, so got to watch out there. But okay, we can definitely discard a food then. I mean, we're just going to have so much flying in. But this is what I mean. If you go food co-op against a Raven, it could definitely work out well. So what do we not want to play? I think probably our good friend the Inhinga might actually go here, so very sorry. But you got to go. We've got to get some nectar here. And yeah, as I say, get our grass and birds down. Get this built out. But this free food, I don't know. I feel like we can benefit from this just purely because we've just got so many expensive birds that I would otherwise really worry about actually being able to afford to get all these down. I mean, it's where I might have to, in some situations, even look at using the blue throat. But yeah, definitely not going to be needed here. But yeah, I think we'll just truck on and we'll have to draw cards at some point. I'm sort of hoping that, you know, we've got enough cards in hand just to tide us over for a bit. We've got enough free food maybe coming in to let us play some stuff in the wetlands and build that out. And then might only have to draw cards once more, and just trying to be opportune with that is key. So free food is coming in. I guess we're going to take a fish because we've got lots of birds that need fish. So let's go with that. And yeah, beyond that, it's going to be getting the brown powers down, building out this grass and spending some nectar. Seeing what we can do, seeing what brown powers we can get. Because yeah, only 1 nectar spent in this grass, and so far we can definitely beat that just with a couple of birds played here. So yeah, let's get this program falcon into the game. So very, very nice. Big strong brown power, that one. So we're going to be leaning on that to get some points for us and try and match up against this because, yeah, with the tucks, with the eggs, it's strong. This grass is strong, and just 1 more point scorer in here, it's going to be very, very powerful. And yeah, I've got to watch out for that. But I see we've got the nice brown power coming in as well. So hopefully, I mean, I'm sort of hoping for 1 more. Wondering if this flycatcher might be a viable option. I mean, we have only got 2 cavity nests down, but because it has got 4 egg spaces, it is an upgrade on this pink-eared duck. So when we do come to use the hornbill, we could squeeze an extra point out there. It is a white and no power bird as well. So that's worth thinking about. Oh, we're getting another free food. Well, I'm not going to say no to free nectar. Thank you very much. We'll definitely take that. Yeah, I mean, you're going to play a bird. I think it is going to be grasslands. I don't know, maybe. I mean, would it be weird to play the flycatcher now? How would that work? I think I'd just be short on food. I probably should have spent rodents here, but yeah, it would be nice if I could. I don't think I can quite do flycatcher and then blue throat. I think we're just a little bit short. Too many seeds and not enough other food. But yeah, I think if I could do that double play, just trying to see if I've got anything else that can go in the grasses, but I don't think I do. Because yeah, this I'm 100% expecting a grassland play to come in here, so we'd be squeezing some end of round goal points out of that one as well. But yeah, I think yeah, just being one food short of the force is annoying. But I think we'll just go and play this blue throat. And to be honest, what I might do, I'm wondering actually maybe if we do nectar seed, because we're not going to have any eggs. I don't really want to lay eggs and not get nectar. I might just play the sea eagle in the forest with the leftover food that I've got. I think that sounds good to me. So we throw it in the game. Let's get you down. And yeah, points definitely starting to look a little bit more healthy. But yeah, no, neither of us got any birds down for that next end around. So I'll say I'm looking at oyster catcher. I'm looking at woodstock. Maybe even this fly catcher, but maybe this hornbill as well. That might be one that we look to get in. And yeah, use that strong point scoring power as well. But we'll see what the play is going to be over here. I'm trying to rack my brains as to whether there was another good grassland bird that we saw come up in the tray, but I think there's been lots of digging from the deck as well, obviously with the Killdeer, with that one turn using the Grebe as well. What's it going to be? Tawny frogmouth, so okay. Definitely a nice point scoring brown power. That's a strong grasslands. We're going to get our sea eagle down though in the forest, so that's a nice big point bird. And yeah, 5 birds in the grasslands. Couldn't quite compete with that. We come into the next round. What have we got? Awful tray. So I'm just going to ignore that. And yeah, this is the point where I need to start counting my cards and start working out what I'm going to do. So we have got 8 cards in hand and 11 turns left. Now, if I play the oyster catcher, I think I'm still a card short. If I need a card every turn, either for tucking on the swift or playing, I'm going to need 11 at this point. So, and now I'm going to need to draw cards again at some point. And given that, it's probably a good time actually to start throwing cards and turning those into extra eggs, just so I'm able to squeeze out every little last point I can. So we'll do that. We'll skip the blue throw. Obviously, don't want to be using that. Burger Falcon, you didn't get the memo. Let's tuck, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Grey Lag Goose is the one that's going to go. I'm just trying to work out if it's worth playing the oyster catcher and then drawing cards. Because, yeah, I mean, large birds, we need 3 more. I don't think we need the goose for that, so you can go. And, yeah, we'll get ourselves some nectar. So I'm definitely going to try and focus fire as many eggs as I can on these cavity nests. I've been caught out too many times having to play Blythe's Hornbill when I wasn't quite planning to and not having the eggs in the right spot. So we'll do that. And, yeah, it looks like, I mean, this is the thing with the frogmouth is you're going to reset the tray or reset the feeder and then we're all getting food, so quite a lot of times you're going to reset and it's going to look like this. And we're both going to get some nectar, so yeah, that's going to help us out. And I think we're going to be in a strong position to win a lot of these nectar races, I think. Just, yeah, courtesy of the Raven, and given that the only real nectar source over here is also a nectar source for us, you're not really getting any sort of advantage there, so that's going to be nice for us. But yeah, okay, let's think about this. So 5 turns left. Trying to work out if I can do oyster catcher and then if I need to do hornbill now or if I can save that for later. I've got to think as well actually about that last in around goal. I think I'm just going to accept that we've lost that one. And just qualify and just take the one card for the 4 points. So because you know, you could easily just skip the cockatoo here if you needed to. So I think we do want to get this oyster catcher in. But I'm just wondering, yeah, maybe stalk as well. 5 turns left. We could do oyster catcher, lay eggs. Just trying to work out if we could then play the stalk and then the flycatcher as well. That might be a bit much to try and squeeze in. But yeah, I suppose I've got to think about the wetlands as well. If I want to do Ribble and Frigatebird and Woodstock, I don't know, maybe oyster catcher. Maybe there's no room at the inn for you. Because yeah, you do get me a couple of cards. Let's say I think we're actually okay. Maybe I don't know. I'm sort of going off this. Maybe I don't play the oyster catcher. Maybe we just play the stalk and then we can obviously draw an extra card. And this gives us a chance to spend one of these seeds that we keep getting thrown. So let's play this. Let's see what we're going to get. Okay, visionary leader. Not what I had in mind. Can we hit grassland data, or are you too big? Yeah, you're too big. Well, that didn't quite go to plan on the bonus card. I think we've got to keep visionary leader. I think there's just no way we're hitting grassland data. So Okay, well, yeah, maybe there's something we do here now where there's a, you know, there is synergy. I don't want to say it, but there is synergy with that last end of round goal where we try and win that. And not only do we get 6 points for flipping the end of round goal, but we actually get 7 for visionary leader. Goldfinch going down. That's not what I wanted to see. So, okay. What do we do now? What do we do? I mean, this rival's looking worse and worse with every extra bonus card we draw. I know there is nest box build from the start, which I would be able to get 4 of if I play these two, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, yes, you have to go on with your goldfinch. I think we draw cards here. There's 4 turns left. We draw cards, we lay eggs, and then maybe we play 2 birds. That might be the play. Just depends if we get more free food, free nets coming through from here. So let's draw. Let's see what we can get. Okay, red kite. Well, now I'm wishing I kept grassland data, but never mind. We will spend the egg. See what we can get. Okay, cuckoo. That's actually all right. Oh, great egret. That is also all right. So's the Viria, to be honest. I don't really want to give either of these away. A Viria into cuckoo double play would be great. We actually don't have any cup nests, so that's something to think about. Yeah, I might have to give away the egret here, you know. So, like I say, I've already got lots of wetland birds I want to play. I'm very food poor over here. I'm not sure that egret's going to be super helpful. So let's do that. And yeah, I think we go with this double play. I think we lay eggs and double play in the forest. Because I think there's still time in this game to get usage out of the pink power. It's a strong grassland that my opponent's going to want to use a lot for the rest of this game. But yeah, this visionary leader, this is going to give me a headache. This is going to, yeah, really make me think carefully about how we approach this end game and just, yeah, managing the cards, managing the tucks, managing whether we need to draw cards. Because honestly, I might try and set it up here so that I draw cards on the last turn, because nobody expects that to happen. No one thinks you're going to draw cards last turn. But I will need some careful management to make sure that we actually do win the end of round goal here. But yeah, you're not got loads of cards, so as long as we end on 8, that's now the target, is to end on 8. That's what we want to do. But okay, well, yeah, these seeds are annoying because I can't double play yet. Okay, I mean, let's think about this. So we have got 9 cards in hand. So if I did 8 more turns of just laying eggs or playing birds, I'd end on 0 if I do this double play. If I spend one of those turns drawing cards instead, it's going to gain me 5. So that would get me lower bound. And if I play the oyster catcher, that's only going to be 1. I might need to draw cards twice, but I really don't want to do that. Maybe we just target lower bound. Maybe that's the play. Maybe that's what I've got to think about. But okay, let's legs. Yeah, I've got to think about this. I don't want to get caught out here and have you double play in the wetlands. So I might need to plan on laying eggs and then playing birds 2 turns. Maybe I do play this oyster catcher. So I might actually need to use the blue throat here just to make sure. Yeah, I'm going to give out a worm. Okay, Vulcan doing its job. Definitely red kite can go. I'll take the extra egg and then, yeah, take some nectar. So I say probably we forest double play, then play oyster catcher. But if we get a bit more free food, I could play the flycatcher instead, because actually this Viria is going to be another nest for the flycatcher to lay onto. But oh, okay, is that frogmouth? It's always hard to tell. I think it's got to be. I don't think you take food in this situation. But okay, that will be a little bit of food, but no nectar coming through. Yeah, we've got to try and spend some nectar in this forest. I'll say the grasslands here is done. 3 nectar spent. We don't need to spend any more there. We probably will, but we don't need to. So yeah, if we can just get a nice big nectar spend in the forest. But one around, we've really got to think about what the priorities are going to be, what we're going to play. So I think Hornbill's definitely got to go down. Let's take a worm here. But yeah, we do still need to play one more for the large bird. And I say maybe frigate bird. Maybe this oyster catcher. Maybe we do need to go for that as well. Okay, so you've laid eggs. So you're going to play a bird. I think we do. I think we do double play here. So let's go. I guess like this. And I think I want to spend one of the seeds. Otherwise, we go nectar. And then we've got the flexibility where we've got 1 extra nectar. So if we want to play flycatcher, we can. If we want to play oyster catcher, we can. We'll see which one we feel like going with, but we may need the eggs. So maybe flycatcher's got to go down with a little bit more urgency. But yeah, we'll do this double play. This is nice. Just to, take a point, because you're taking a point off my grasslands, so I'll retaliate and take a point off yours. And yeah, 75 points. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. There has been a fair amount of co-op this game, so that will inflate the scores on both sides. I'm very worried about this grasslands and the amount of points it's scoring, so yeah, that's scary. It's definitely stronger than mine. But I say we just got to hope that the big point plays are going to do it for us, and yeah, maybe some visionary leader shenanigans. I don't know. This is going to be very, very tricky, I think, to negotiate in the end game. But I say maybe there's something we do. I'm just trying to work out, like, the last round might be legs twice, play 2 birds, and then draw cards at the end. And take visionary leader points, take the end of round goal. So yeah, my opponent, say, if they want to have extra cards, it's got to be skipping. It's got to be skipping tucks, skipping the cockatoo, maybe skipping the blackbird. But I mean, given that the egg space is running out, that might be something that's worth thinking about anyway. But it looks like we're going to get another nectar here. Indeed, we are, and a free egg, so that's lovely. And yeah, all these free seeds, we're going to be forcing stuff down. But let's take this nectar. Let's take this nectar. And yeah, this kind of smells like it's going to be a double play in the wetlands. I think we are going to see this egret come in. So I think we have got to be prepped and ready to win this end around goal. So I think flycatcher is the play here. Because we're going to legs, I'll say, I think twice more probably in that final round. So just managing and just making sure that we can get the full benefit of this grasslands is what's key for us here. So let's get this into the game, get our eggs. Very nice. And yeah, so that's going to be the one for Hornbill. So that's going to be a nice play. And yeah, probably, I think probably frigate bird, because oyster catcher is only net +1 card, and I don't think that's going to make the difference for visionary leader. If it does, it might be just that we're either spending an egg or not here, in which case it's a 1 point difference. And then on the end of round goal, it's going to be at most a 3 point swing. So, it's a toss up. I think I'd rather take the surefire big points that we're going to get here. And obviously spending a bit more next. But okay, just the one. White no power birds. It was a double play, but into a woodpecker. So, okay, maybe omnivore. I'm trying to work out this bonus card. I thought it might have been bird counter at one point. But this definitely smells omnivore-y. Oh, and there we go. Well, neither of us could play that eagle. That's quite funny. But yeah, that's okay. Maybe Stella's J for the omnivore in that case. That might be what's going to be grabbed here. But okay, yeah, this end of round, guys, to say, this is gonna do my head in a little bit. Try to negotiate this. But I think as I say, we can manage it. Okay, you're laying eggs, so giving out the freebies. And I guess we'll do a worm. But yeah, I don't know, we might be able to like skip Raven here a little bit. I need to spend some nectar in this wetlands, but I will need to spend some potentially in the forest as well, so I'll definitely use it here. But I think we've got a legs just so we're clearing out this video, filling up on this flycatcher as well, so let's do that. Come on, Falcon. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have minded that myself, but we'll take the point, we'll take the tuck, take another one here, and yeah, I think I say we do use this Raven, of course, to let's get some nectar to clear out on the Vireo. And yeah, I'm wondering if maybe what we do is maybe we don't necessarily spend the nectar here, but we spend it here to draw the extra card, and then we're still spending nectar here, but we're actually saving the egg. We're sort of using food instead. So yeah, 4 turns left. So I don't know. Maybe we do need to play the oyster catcher. Maybe we do need to play the oyster catcher, because if I draw cards once, if I draw cards once at the end, no, I will be okay. Because let's think about this: if I have 3 more turns, if I play 2 birds and tuck 1 here, I'm going to have 1 card left. And so then when I draw, I get 3 here. I suppose the oyster catcher, it gives me 2. I'm going to give my opponent 1 anyway, whether I do the oyster catcher or whether I use this duck. So that's something to think about, is that actually, you know, that extra card is going to help over here as well. But yeah, I don't think there's been any skipped tucks quite yet, so we're not sort of at that stage of the game. Or my opponent, but okay. Another free nectar coming through. And I think we've got to start playing stuff now. I think we've got to start playing stuff. I suppose there's a world where actually I draw something better. Maybe I luck into Puffin or something and play that over the frigate bird. But I say I wanna draw cards as late as possible. I'm sort of playing chicken here with the round goal, but yeah, I've really got to try and work out what my opponent's plan is going to be. 3 turns left. You've got to start playing stuff. Got to start playing stuff. So maybe play something, lay eggs, play something. I don't know. I feel like 5 cards might be enough to win the end of round goal, and I feel like my opponent probably wouldn't see that coming necessarily. So okay, so in that case, I mean, I don't want to commit with my nectar spend quite yet. I want to make sure that I can spend extra in either habitat if I need to. So maybe there's every chance that we see 2 nectar spent up here. I don't want to force this down with non-nectar if I then need to actually challenge for that nectar. So I don't know, maybe I do lay eggs again now. Maybe I do lay eggs again now just to give myself the full picture. Let's say it's potentially costing an egg here where I use the Raven where I don't need to, but maybe what I do is I spend 2 nectar. Maybe I spend 2 nectar on the frigate bird play. And so then even if you tie, I can then spend a 3rd. I think that might be the approach. So let's do that. 2 nectar and a worm. I think the thing is we need to manage this Vireo. So we will go ahead and do that. So yeah, that's a nice big point play. And I say we're close. We're close. We're going to get large bird. We've hit the 100-point mark with 3 turns to go. So yeah, this is tense. This is tense. I do feel like this game could definitely go either way. Okay, you played a bird very quickly there. Black Crown Nighthare, so there we go. That was the wetland play coming in. Which does mean, yeah, if we do spend 1 nectar in the wetlands, we're going to be fine. So I guess that, yeah, in that case, I mean, the worst damage you can do, even if you've got a forest bird to play, is that you're going to lay eggs and spend 1 nectar there. So I don't think we actually need to spend any here. We could just force it down with a worm and 5 seeds, which would be quite fun. Okay. Yeah, I think in that case, I think we lay eggs here. Yeah, we lay eggs, we play the Hornbill, we draw cards last turn to get lower bound or Visionary Leader, swing the Wetland Nectar, and maybe win the end of round goal. That could be the weirdest, biggest point final turn that I've ever had. So We'll see if we can do that. But yeah, I think for now we'll lay our eggs. We don't need to use this. We hope the falcon hits. It does. We'll take the tuck here. Oyster catcher. You can go. And yeah, I think as I say, I think we skip this raven. So yeah, we're ready and primed for this hornbill. I say, if it is going to be laying eggs. I suppose even if you skip these tucks, now if you lay eggs and play a bird, we've got to remember that we are going to give a card with this pink-eared duck. So we need you to be on ideally 3 or less, and then we'll win the end of round goal after this turn. If you're on 4, we'll get a tie. Or after the last turn, I should say, once a bird has gone down, but I don't know. This is where it's so tricky. This is one of the hardest things, I think, in Wingspan is these late game dancing around the end of round goals and the nectar races and trying to anticipate what your opponent's going to do, where they're going to play birds, where they're going to lay eggs, how many cards they're going to have in hand. It's trying to read minds, which is a bit of an impossible task. So we'll see how close we can manage to get. But I don't know, maybe you're lulled into a false sense of security and you're going to skip the Killdeer. That might be something that's going to happen here. Okay, we get yet more free food, which we don't need. Okay, I guess I'll take a nectar. Why not? Oh, there we go. So you are going to have just 2 cards. I mean, sure, you use the Killdeer here, but then when you play a bird, unless it's going to be like Carolina Wren or something, or Brant, that would be quite funny. Okay, so you have got 4 cards. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, let's just play the hornbill. Oh, actually, I suppose what we could do, because if you do play a wetland bird here and try and get to 6, I could spend 1 nectar to reset the tray and then 1 to draw another card. So I think we might assume that we need to do that. Let's just spend let's spend all of our seeds on this hornbill. Never done this before. But okay, and yeah, I guess we take off the Vireo, just in case you do legs again, although it is unlikely. And yeah, we take off this flycatcher, so that's very, very nice. Scoring lots and lots of points. And yeah, here we go. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. I think you got to play a bird because you picked up some nectar. What is it and where is it going? And can we pull a fast one on this end of round goal? I think we might be able to, but yeah, I'm nervous that we're going to see Brant come in and just all of my plans will be foiled. That would be the big brain play here. But we've got our own big brain play. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll cross our fingers and see. And all right, moment of truth. Onto our last turn. What's the situation? King Rail's gone down. So I think this is played exactly how we'd hoped. So 1 nectar spent, 3 cards in hand. We're going to go ahead and draw cards. And this is going to be the biggest point turn. Bigger than any Chiff Chaff Mute Swan turn I've ever had. Drawing cards at the end of a game before. So yeah, we'll spend 1 nectar, reset the tray. Oh, there's another raven. Do you know what? We'll take that. Just for the style points. Why not? Obviously skip the frigate bird. We don't need to use you. And we use the pink-eared duck. So there you go. Have a honey buzzard on me. My treat. We're going to get visionary leader points. And we're going to win this end of round goal as well. So yeah, that was what was that? 6 points for flipping the nectar. 6 points for flipping the end of round goal, and 4 points for scoring the lower bound of visionary leader. So I think that's 16 points for drawing cards, which yeah, a little bit ridiculous. We'll take it. It's very good. As is winning these 3 nectar races at the end. So yeah, squeaking out in the wetlands. we're going to see what the damage is on these final scores. I say, I think despite that big turn, I think this could be really close. This is going to be tense because both players, we both had good boards. We both had lots of stuff going on. Lots of big point bears going down and clearly some decent enough bonus cards. But yeah, it was all about the grasslands really on both sides. So lots of eggs for my opponent, of course, with the blackbird helping out. Lots of caches, lots of tucks, which I think is where we are going to struggle a little bit. Yeah, indeed we are. So either winning these nectars, I think we're going to lose this game. We are 143 to 131, but oh, that was so much fun. I really enjoyed that game. Definitely some fun mind games at the end there to get some points here off the visionary leader. So yeah, I think we did what we could. Whenever you look at a score like that and you're 12 points back, I don't really think there's too much I could have done to squeeze 12 extra points out there. So let's take a look at my opponent's board. There is the Omnivore. Wildlife Gardener from the King Rail is not bad either for 4 points, but yeah, that was just such a deadly grasslands. And as I said, throwing out the food with the Hummingbird, with the Cockatoo, great way to nullify a Raven, great way to support Killdeer, and build a very, very strong board here. So yeah, that was such a fun game. Obviously disappointed to lose, but there's plenty more games to go in Major League Wingspan to make up for that. So if you want to see those, make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you are following along. And I hope to see you again in another video very soon. Thank you so much for watching.